What's up, everybody? Welcome to Get Feathered. I am Feather. Hey, it's time for a Twin Flame Soulmate update. It's been a bit, but it is Twin Flame Tuesday. We gonna get into it right now. Thank you, of course, for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, for joining my channel, for purchasing readings. You guys are absolutely amazing. And if you haven't yet, please consider doing so. All of my information is in the description box if you would like to check out more information about me, Feather. Let's do this. So, Twin Flames, Soulmates. Let's see what's going on. What's up? If you're here during the live, click that thumb and let me know that you like what I do here. It helps out the channel quite a bit. I love that you guys come and hang out with me. Queen Star's in the house. The Stunner is here. Mary, my bestie, is here. Junior is here. I love y'all's energy. That's right, Star Lover. We're here. Me and Fred, we've been chilling and hanging out this morning, making some merchandise, some Zodiac shirts and stuff. And we're going to be revealing the merch store very soon. I'm excited. Blue's here. All right, for those, Kim's here. Kim says, I love what you do here. Thanks, baby. How y'all doing today? Smooth is in the house. All right. Deep breath. Exhale. We don't hold on to expectations and outcomes here, okay? ADA's in the house. I love you, baby. We're going to see what the universe has for my twin flames right now. See what's going on in regards to the energy for union. Liz is here. Liz is here. Twin flame soulmate energies, please. What's going on? All right, Fred. Fred says, have some fun. All right. Oh, all right. Okay. Okay, excuse me. That needs to stay over there. Okay. So we'll work through this. This, you could be a Cancer or have Cancer in your chart, or they could be. Okay, what's up, Exotic? This energy is really heavy. We're going to clarify these. We're going to clarify these. Pulling on my hair already. What's up with this? Siggy, what's up, Siggy? How are you doing, baby? Okay. All right. So some of my twin flames and my soulmates are dealing with a little unhappiness, a little unrest, and maybe even a little lack of clarity in regards to unions, okay? We're going to get there, all right? For those of you that are new here, that are new to my twin flame and my soulmate readings, I do a lot of preaching and a lot of coaching. Hey, everybody in the shadows, what's up? You could be dealing with a Leo. You may have it in your chart. Aquarius, Scorpio, Cancer. Doesn't have to be, but that's something that was coming out here. Let's go ahead and start clarifying some of this energy. I do want to say that these are typically less playful readings, a lot about gearing you towards union, what you need to learn, what you need to pay attention to. And there's typically a really intense message or really heavy message that's associated with my twin flame and my soulmate readings. And the energy is really intense, really heavy for me. So I have to kind of not play so much in the chat, hang out with you guys. So know that I love you. I am thinking of you. But I'm going to do what I do best, and that is read the fucking cards, okay? So, for my twin flames and my soulmates, of course, this is something where there has been a lack of movement in the recent past. The recent past, there has been a lack of movement forward, a lack of energy moving towards you from your twin flame or your soulmate, or even towards you, from you to them, okay? And in the current energy, I am feeling that there is, some of you are having some sort of epiphany. Some of you are heading towards some sort of spiritual. I've got some newbies that are coming along in my tribe. And the energy is of, how do I put this? Some of you are heading towards a more intense and spiritual journey. Let's look at this Chariot and why it's in the reverse and why you're stalled, okay? Some of you are doing some deep healing. Some of you, this could be in regards to an Aquarius, Aries, Leo, or Sag, or that is your energy. This is a fact that some of you could be really angry, have some hostilities, lack confidence on a really large scale. Because the King of Wands typically takes action. There's no action. There's no plan of action. There's no taking action. There's a lack of confidence for some of you. And, but the cool thing is here is there's still hope. There's still hope. You're still manifesting it. You're still, doing your intense work. And you're doing some deep healing as well here with the Star card. Something else that needs to be said. Okay. Ooh, the sun is there. Ooh, you're learning some serious lessons for most of my twin flames. You are learning some serious lessons here. Excuse me for a second. In regards to union. Union within self first and then within others. So this energy is basically telling me that you are hopeful and you're doing happy. You are doing happy. You are being high vibrational. You are focusing on deep healing here. And some of you, I'm going to say that even though you're happy, some of you may be communicating, some of you may be understanding who your twin flame is or your soulmate. You're gaining this clarity. You're gaining clarity about union, yourself, connection with source, that sort of thing, and how to manifest even, which is great. There's still an energy, it's kind of underlying where, how do I put this, Fred? Give it to me simple. Make it simple. The energy underlying these intense connections for most of my collective, you're calling in a very high vibrational, very high, okay, this is channeled. You're calling in a very high powered, high vibrational energy. You first have to be in that energy. When you're calling in that energy, you have to be able to stay on that vibration for an extended period of time. These connections can drain you quickly when you are in connection. It's very important to make sure you take your space and do your healing. Take your space, do your healing, do your meditations and stuff so that you can continue to be on that high vibrational level. When you are, I just talked to somebody about this yesterday. When you are in a state of high vibration and you are around low vibrational people, you will feel that draw, you will feel the drop, and you will notice a change or shift, okay? Some of you are beginning to notice that your connections, your previous connections, your previous relationships, or even your twin flames or your soulmates that you've been with so far, or who you associate to be those people, you may be learning that those connections are not what they were. Those connections were, it doesn't matter what the title is, but you're starting to understand the difference in the vibrations. Because now as we ascend, as you do your ascension work and you start to raise your vibration, you begin to see clearly the people that lack confidence, the people that lack motivation, the people that lack character, the people that lack, structure and energy. You start to you notice the stubbornness, the forcefulness, the negative things a lot more. And so some of you are just like in the recent past or even now where you're like, I'm noticing these things now. It's coming to light for me now and I'm not going anywhere. I'm still in the process of figuring this stuff out. Okay. And staying and working on myself and my vibration, because being happy and being high vibrational is very important to yourself. I love that energy. Woo, yeah. So some of you, haven't yet communicated or made a plan with maybe you just don't even know who they are. Some of you might be trying to figure out who they are. Some of you are already in connection with them. You're all on different journeys at different times. This is a timeless reading. So some of you are in the process of trying to figure out, there was a lack of movement forward due to basically you couldn't get on the same page. You weren't connecting here. Okay. What's up, Leslie's channel? How you doing? If you can't connect here, then it's really not easy to connect or move forward in love. You're not expressing love. You're not magically, combining those and mixing those cups where it can heal connections, heal unions. So your energy recently has been stalled in your connections, especially if you're dealing with somebody. And this is, again, due to healing past issues, past connections. Okay. A lot of you could be that you're working on codependency and releasing codependency. And for that, I applaud you, because that is not always easy. When we're unhappy and we need to recognize that we have deep healing or even like we lack confidence to move forward in love or towards another person or even to connect with a person on an emotional level. It's because a lot of times, we lack that confidence to move forward. We don't have that strength of will. We're not balanced in the sense where we can actually have that return or that reconnection or reunion. Okay. So it's very important that you take your time out, that you do your reflecting, that you do your meditating, that you do any kind of, I don't like saying you got to heal, there's nothing wrong with you. But sometimes we have to take that step back and say, okay, why isn't this working? Why am I not attracting this person? Why are we not in union? Why can't we get it together? Why do we just keep bouncing off of each other? Again, you have lessons to learn to raise your vibration. Okay. And a lot of times you get triggered and then you bounce off of each other again and again and again. You're learning how to be in a more high vibrational energy. You're learning how to take your space. You're learning how to do your healing. And that's beautiful. Beautiful energy. That's when we do the release work. We release the limiting beliefs. When we become more proud and more responsible for our own feelings, for our own journeys within ourselves. It's very important because these connections, they're not, if you're not in high vibration, you're not optimistic and you're not thinking more on a positive level, these are not those connections for you. A lot of people call the other ones karmic connections. They're not karmic. Karmic is not bad. It's not evil. It just means that there are lessons tied to them, or people just decide to be in connections that aren't as intense as these. And a lot of times, my twin flames and my soulmates, we have gifts. We are healers. We are givers. We are empaths, and we are teachers to the world to help others raise up their vibration and come into awareness of the new earth and the new vibrational reality, which is actually not new. It's been around forever, but we are needing more healers and more teachers as we go along. So it's being able to balance yourself, being able to heal yourself and see what needs to be adjusted within yourself so that you can raise your vibration so that you are ready for unions. But a lot of us, we romanticize the twin flame soulmate thing. And we're like, oh, I got to have love and I got to have somebody needing to love me all the time, being attached to my hip and going everywhere with me. No, that's codependency. That's dependency upon another person to make you happy. That's loneliness a lot of times. It's lack of confidence a lot of times too, because we feel like we need another person to shore us up and make us feel good about ourselves. No. It's learning how to shift from that reality, the way that you've lived, to a higher vibrational reality where you are good, well on your own, you are satisfied, you're capable of making yourself happy and complete. So some of you are still working on that. So that's why I see here where this is like an epiphany or something happening. Some of you could have went through a breakup recently, over the last 8 months or so. Since last Scorpio season into this Scorpio. So over the last year, some of you, what is this? No, what is this? Ugh. Okay. What is this Tower moment? Tower moments are change. So there's change happening here in the energy. And some of you, again, you're going on some sort of spiritual walk. Look at here. We have the Emperor, but we have both masculine and feminine within ourselves, okay? And it's important to balance those so that we have, and that's kind of what the star is. It's being able to balance both sides of ourselves, masculine and feminine, okay? So that we can be in confidence and be capable of taking action and making decisions. But we can also be full and loving and nurturing at the same time. And when we balance that, when we heal that, when we connect, then we're capable of truly giving and receiving love. Okay. And a lot of times that's been the case for my twin flames, for my collective, is we can give love all day long, but it's being able to receive the love that's been the issue. It's like, oh, wait, hold on. I'm a giver and I'm an empath but I overgive, I overdo, I overshare. But it's time for me to receive. It's time for me to actually balance that and accept it in my bagel space, as well as give it. A lot of times we become bitter and angry because people don't accept our love, or we don't feel as loved as we should. We desire it. We deserve it. But it's all about being able to be whole and complete and making yourself happy and being able to take action and make decisions that are best for yourselves. That's when things start to change. So there's a change happening. And I feel like some of you are becoming bosses, maybe owning businesses. You are basically taking back control of your life here. Some of you are becoming very independent and very, very structured, okay? Taking authority over your own life, okay? We're talking about you. We'll of course see what's going on. This is within the twin flame soulmate energy right now. But this is always, I'm going to always gear these towards you and what you need to do so that you can improve yourself, because it's always all about us. It's the journey to you. The twin flame journey, the twin flame train is all, life in general is all about you, whoever you are. So this is taking authority. Thank you, Fred. Okay. And overcoming some sort of mental anxiety and stress. If you have been you're coming out of this mental exhaustion, this anxiety, this stress, this not being able to make decisions, being too confused, and that causes confusion on an emotional level. It causes confusion on a physical level, because you're just up in your head so much and you're just like, okay, what do I do? What do I need to do? Well, this kind of thing is coming to an end. You are taking authority and taking back control. A lot of you are rebuilding. Some of you may be rebuilding yourself, your finances, your home. Some of you may be in the process of coming into union or reunion and rebuilding, for those of you. But I feel like this is you know what? I realize what I've done. I realize what I'm thinking and what I'm doing. And it sometimes can just come in as an epiphany or an awakening, like, oh shit, snap out of it. Okay. I gotta switch shit up here. And that is exactly what you're doing. Now we have Gemini and Virgo energy on this with the Magician. You are manifesting this change. Some of you may have walked away from your twin flame or your soulmate, or a twin flame or a soulmate, whatever you label it. and heading towards a spiritual awakening or towards doing something yourself. Okay. I feel like this tower is you manifested it. You're wanting something new. And this tower is that epiphany where, like, I can manifest. I can have better. I am power. I am power. You're realizing what it is you're capable of. You're realizing what you've allowed, what you've done in connections of all shapes and sizes. And now you're recognizing the true power of manifestation, learning how to manifest, learning how to improve your life, and knowing that you have all of these abilities, both, spiritually and in the 3D, understanding your talents. This is rebuilding yourself. Thanks, Fred. This is rebuilding yourselves. I love this energy. This is powerful, powerful energy. Woo. And it is, and a lot of you, it is employment. Some of you, it could be new careers. Some of you are just busy on you, rebuilding yourself. Head down, focused on you, manifesting, journaling, setting your intentions, working, improving your life, going to a new school, starting a new program or new programs of study. This is just improving yourself on a big level and being diligent about it. That's awesome. What's up, Fluffs? How you doing today? Hello, Kenneth. Let's see where you're headed. Current energy. Look at there. There's the Temperance card. This is absolutely beautiful. This means you are tempering and balancing yourself. Okay. You're tempering and balancing yourself. Give me just a second. Thank you. Goodbye. This is tempering and balancing yourself again. And now we have Sagittarius, Aries, Taurus, to the mix. Okay. But for those of you that are recognizing this, you're recognizing what has happened in connections, what you've allowed, what you've done, and all of that stuff. And even the fact that you were giving and giving and giving and weren't receiving. Okay. So yeah. You are balancing and tempering exactly the way that I said. You're doing your healing. You're setting yourself back, and you're doing that reflecting, or you have been doing it. You're gaining this clarity, and it's this clarity that is being brought in. It's like, oh, okay, well, happiness is more important. My happiness is important. Isn't your happiness important in life? It is one of the most important things in life. That is the only lessons that we have here. The only thing that we have to do. We're like, oh, we have past life lessons and, no. Past life and all of that. There's nothing to do other than figure out when to be happy, how to love self, how to experience love, and how to enjoy life in general. And a lot of us have, especially Twin Flames and Soulmates, we have had very traumatic pasts, okay? Abuses of all shapes and sizes, you name it. We dropped into some really rough stuff in this life, and the process is learning to love ourselves and choose what's best for ourselves. And a lot of times when we have these pasts with these heavy traumas and things like that, we have to recognize what is best for us, what we should take action on, and who is best for us and who we should take action on. But the number one thing that is the hardest thing for most of my clients to learn over the years, I've noticed, is self-love. How do I love myself? Oh yeah, I'm going to the spa. I'm doing my girl days, my guy days. No. Self-love is truly being able to honor what you've gone through and not beat yourself up about it. Being able to honor where you've been, who you've allowed, what you've allowed, and not beat yourself up about it. Being able to accept what you've gone through and realizing the lessons that you've learned from it, and not being bitter about it and not being negative about it. Being able to wear it as a badge of honor, basically, instead of demoting yourself, degrading yourself, berating yourself, and actually realizing, oh, I'm pretty fucking strong if I could get through that shit. I'm here now and I'm doing better, and it's going to keep getting better and better and better. So it's a lot of my clients have dealt with those traumas and those, you know, we don't have to talk about them, but it's a process to actually start realizing that we've lived that way, that we've allowed ourselves to continue to get into relationships that were that way, how to recognize healthy connections. What is a healthy love connection? What is a healthy connection? What is a healthy relationship? What is a healthy friendship? What does it mean to feel good about myself? Oh, I actually have choices in this life? What is self-love? Self-love is being able to honor and respect and love yourself no matter what the fuck you've gone through. And no matter what you continue to go through, you can shift it and change it. And you are coming into this reality. For my collective, you are coming into this reality, or you just recently have, and it is a transitional period. It is a transitional time. And what you're doing is you are tempering and balancing, and really truly balancing both feminine and masculine, when to take action, when to love, when to nurture, when to remove yourself or remove another person. It's being able to balance the mental, emotional, and psychic or spiritual with the 3D physical protection and providing, okay? Because masculine is providing protection and primal. Feminine is more of the spiritual, nurturing, and loving aspect, okay? But it's being able to truly balance and heal yourself. And there are some of you where in the current energy, you have a possibility of rekindling with your soulmate or twin flame. In the energy now, it's a bonding and a blending on the emotional level where that magic starts happening. Maybe you're starting to, or over the next couple weeks, maybe, or this could go out over the next 3 months. So for some of you, you may have already met this person or reunited. For others of you, it could take up to 3 months. And this is an energy of where, you know, all of a sudden a renewal happens here where you can rebuild, where you can work on structuring a strong foundation and a strong relationship with stability long term. Now, this may be a little bit of a journey to reconnect with this person, emotionally speaking, because we have to have that healing energy. We have to have that healing communication that comes from and to, allowing and giving and allowing. It has to be balanced. And in these communications, it has to be, and the judgment is at the bottom of the deck too. So there's another card of reconciliation or returning. This is really beautiful energy for some of you. You're going to be meeting or uniting with, if you haven't met your soulmate or twin flame, whatever you call them, very soon. There you go. You're waiting on this. You know that it's going to happen. Most of you know that communication is going to happen, or an offer is going to happen from this person. Yeah. Like, I'm just sitting here waiting, watching the wheel go round and round, baby. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. But I love when the temperance says, I'm leaving this junk behind. I'm manifesting new connections. I'm manifesting renewals. I'm manifesting new. I'm manifesting for myself, and I'm busy on myself while I'm doing this. And this is what takes your energy to a very balanced and patient place. You're getting to an energy of very, how do I put that? It's a very healthy emotional energy. It is a very balanced emotional energy. It is very patient. So you're really truly working on yourself in a deep sense, which I absolutely love it. Exotic says, I can feel it. I can feel this person coming. Yeah. I should say so. It's like, the magician is like, I know it all. I know it. Okay. Some of you are still sitting a little bit of stagnancy. Okay. Emotionally speaking, some of you are still dealing with a little bit of rejection. Okay. On an emotional level, from this person, perhaps, or from other people. But you're seeing this. You already know that this is where you're at. Okay. But you are learning those lessons and moving on. Some of you, this could have been a past relationship. You could have been married or with somebody long term. This could be family, familial life, things not working out long term the way that you wanted them to. And it's coming to terms with the fact that, it wasn't a success. I wasn't a success. Those things ended. It's not being in denial any longer about what you've dealt with, what you've held on to. And some of us fantasize, and I tell y'all all the time, don't romanticize twin flames and soulmates, especially twin flames. Because you can wait your whole life waiting on a person to return, and that person was actually true narcissist, and you're just sitting there waiting. And when they want supply, you let them come back. Okay? So don't romanticize the shit. Be so strong and confident within yourself that you don't need another person. I tell you to completely detach from the need of another person. And these are not just people in your life. They're thoughts and they're things that their mindsets and feelings that you hold on to, because you fantasize about it being a specific person, and it's going to look just like this, and this is how it's going to be, and you put those expectations on it, and then, oh shit, it didn't work out that way, but you're still the one holding anger, holding grudges, or feeling lonely or lost without this person. You got to be able to shift that energy to say, okay, I was rejected, but that rejection wasn't against me as a person. It wasn't against me as a person. That rejection or that loss or whatever, that expectation and that fantasy that I built up and created, that was mine. But that doesn't mean that this rejection was against me. This benefits me, actually, because that means that my vibration is rising higher. And I'm gaining clarity about connections and soulmates and twin flames. As my energy rises higher, I leave the bullshit behind. The devils, the demons, and the people that I have drug with me, the thoughts of them, all of them, they have helped me to be who I am right now today. And that rejection of whatever, whoever, however far back, is okay, because that just tells me that there is better for me to come. That person is no longer on my vibrational wavelength. And I want you to start thinking about it that way. You're on a vibration here, lower vibrations here. Lower vibrations do not feel good. That's when you feel sad and lonely and lonesome, and you're in a lot of arguments, and it's really gnarly, negative energy relationships, connections. Okay. As you break away from that, you're here. You're this person. As you break away from that and you start ascending and doing work and learning about spirituality and learning how to feel better and better and better, you start to raise your vibration. You're up here. You no longer will attract this person unless they're doing similar shit. So this person will move on and move off, and then somebody else will come in on your same wavelength up here. Okay. And the same thing happens. You start learning things and figuring out things that you like and dislike about this person. And then boom, you're raising your vibes higher. And this person is like, I'm not willing to commit. I'm not willing to go with you along the journey. They reject you or run away, or you reject them. Somebody else comes in on your vibration up here. Okay. You will not meet up with the same fucking people on the same fucking street, vibrationally speaking, in the 3D, unless they are on the same vibration. Okay? Or very similar. They have to be ascending or be at your same understanding or even desire similar things. Okay. Now, if you are typically in the lower energies, you're dealing with fears and lack mentality and all of that stuff, then that's where you're going to stay and you're going to play for a while. People who cheat, people who lie, people who leave, people who manipulate, people who are narcissistic or have tendencies, people who are extremely excessively stubborn, people who are not willing to cooperate with you. And it's hell and conflict and bullshit. And if you can start to realize, well, I don't have to deal with that. I'll just raise my vibe higher. I'll ascend a little bit and I won't have to deal with that as much. But a lot of times you're not doing the work to release the resistance, to release the aggression, the anger, the resentments, and the grudges that you've carried with you along the way because those people didn't come with you. That's when you have to cut ties with and sever ties with the bullshit of the past. And that is the energy that I'm seeing here. Some of you still have work to do. Absolutely. We all have work to do to keep our vibration high. That's all the work we have to do. How do you do that? You meditate. You enjoy music, you enjoy life, you enjoy food, you have sex, great sex, you have wonderful, amazing friendships, and you hang out here with Feather and the flock, and you do things that raise your vibration more and more, and you will start to see that shit dwindling and falling away, and you don't have to fight with it no more. Because you were releasing the lack mentality when you start realizing, okay, that rejection was simply the universe moving a person off of my trail, or better yet, moving me up to a higher vibrational level so I can connect with somebody on my new vibrational level. Somebody who truly desires similar things that I do. Someone who feels and is optimistic like I am. Somebody who sees the world in the way that I do. Somebody who feels the way I do. Somebody who wants to love the way I do. Somebody who wants to share life the way I do. Somebody who has the same interests and all of this wonderful, amazing stuff. You see what I'm saying here? You're starting to realize and understand that rejection is just redirection. Instead of holding those resentments and those angers towards those things and people that didn't come with you, stop dragging their bodies with you. If they wanted to be with you, they would be reaching out by text or calling or stopping by to see you. You'd be having sex regularly. You understand what I'm saying to you? If it's an intimate relationship. I'm not trying to gross you out there. But it's learning this lesson that's very important in the now. Okay? That rejection is redirection. Learning this, seeing this, and understanding it on an emotional, mental level is important and imperative for your growth moving forward. This is part of your spiritual path and your awakening. Okay? This is part of the magic. Learning how incredibly magical you are, and that redirection is right here. Rejection is my redirection. Rejection is my redirection. That person didn't want to go with me. That person didn't want to raise the vibes with me, or I felt so negative and nasty and gnarly around that person or that energy, or, you know what, I don't even want to have resentments for this person. I don't even hate this person. I don't even want to feel, I just don't want to even feel like that anymore. Doesn't even matter if it's that person or that connection. And some of your twin flames or soulmates are the ones that are going to teach you these lessons the most till you get them. Okay? They will follow you, Ziggy. They'll follow you. They'll find you if you're vibrating on that fear of attracting them, or if you're vibrating on those lack levels where, you know, loneliness attracts people who are lonely or who feed off that energy. That is typically empath narcissistic dynamic right there. So it's very important to stay as high vibrational as you can. If you can't get there every day, that's okay. At least try a couple minutes a day to watch a movie, or to talk to a person, a friend or something, or listen to a podcast, or hang out with friends or something that just raise your vibration a little bit. It only takes a little bit to actually start allowing more things to flow in for you easily. Okay. But we're not talking about that. we're talking about this twin flame journey. So I see a lot of you doing this healing. You are getting this understanding, and it's very important for you to understand that this redirection is for your highest and best good. When people are no longer in our lives, it's for our highest and best good. But what do we do as humans? No, don't go. Come back. Come back. Yes, we beg. We hold on instead of going, oh, you have to go. Okay. Well, all right. It was nice hanging out with you, and thanks for all the, all the memories and all the fun stuff. Good luck. Happy trails to you. Bye. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you're like, all right, this person redirected. Okay, that means I'm redirecting it because it's my universal movie. I'm doing this with my thoughts. I'm doing this with my vibration. And yes, you can do it in a negative sense too. You can repel people because you're so bitchy, you're so negative, you're so insecure, you're so lonely, you're so codependent, or you have a lot of deep-seated fears and limiting beliefs. Yes, you can repel great people. You can do it. You could be up here, and then all of a sudden your insecurities are triggered and all of this stuff, and boom, there's that redirection. Okay? It's very important to keep your vibrations high and to release the resistance and to definitely see what you're doing, or to avoid it as best as possible. You can't avoid everything, but as long as you're more high vibrational and you're more happy and you're more joyful and you're appreciating the things that are happening. I get a lot of people, a lot of my clients, I'm going to tell you, it's not just my clients, it's people all over the fucking world in every walk of life. How many times do you walk into a crowd or into a friendship group or a circle and everybody starts bitching and complaining about every damn thing they got going on, how bad shit is in their life, how they ain't got no money, how they got bills to pay, how they got, oh my God. I can't stand being around people because I can't stand the negative, and it's constant. How's your day? It's great. It's wonderful. How's yours? I don't know. It ain't been the best, but I'm okay with that. I know it's going to get better. I would love hanging out with people like that. High vibrational people. I stay to myself most of the time because I can't stand people talking about how sick they are. And that's all they got to talk about. How about you got fed last night and this morning? How about you got a nice ass house? How about you got people delivering food to you? You got somebody cooking for your ass, and you're over here bitching about how this and this and that's hurting you, and this and that and that. How about appreciating the shit that you can fucking walk, you can talk, you can see, you can hear. There's a lot of shit that you can appreciate right here, right now, within your own body that you ain't even got to fucking do nothing. Your body does it. People are so damn negative. And I see a lot of this, and it's really, you can attract and repel depending on how you feel. All right. Oh man, draining. Yes. Draining. Thank you, JR. JR said it. I hate draining energies, and that's exactly how it feels. And this is the things that you're learning in order to improve. A lot of you are just getting this stuff like, I'm waking your ass up right now, or you're just starting to learn this, and I'm kind of validating it for you, which I'm glad. It's one of those things where, words don't teach. Things and experiences teach. And there are some people who like words because they enjoy words, and they do grow and learn from that. But then there are those people that have to have the life experiences, the hardest ones, before they figure the shit out and move on, So redirection. It's redirection, not rejection. And if you can get that and wrap your head around it and get it on an emotional level, that's the hardest part, and that's the part that you got to get the most. Okay, so that person was my twin flame, my soulmate, and it was a fucking amazing relationship. It was great. It was great. It was wonderful. It felt great most of the time, but there was those times that it didn't, and that's okay. We weren't on the same page, and that's okay. But what was the life lesson? There was definitely some lessons that I've learned. Well, first of all, I learned that, We didn't want the same things. We weren't going in the same way. We weren't on the same page. We weren't able to communicate well. We weren't able to communicate the way that we wanted to, the way that I wanted to, the way that I would appreciate. It just really didn't work out as well as I wanted it to, and that's okay. That just means that we were redirected. And that's okay, because I know that I want something better. I know a lot more now of what I do like and what I do want from that relationship. I know definitely what I don't want to experience. So the universe already knows that, because I already pinged out those vibrations. Don't ever fucking bring me somebody like that again, or don't ever bring somebody that would do that to me again. The universe already knows by my experiences. The universe already knows what I've experienced and knows the best for me, and I want the best for me. So I am doing what's best for me, and that is sometimes just severing ties and walking the fuck away, and that is called redirection, because I choose happiness, I choose high vibrations, and I choose feeling good with good company, moving forward for my highest good in the best way, moving forward and being happy about it. I may be single, but I'm free. I'm free from that shit, that's for sure. I may be in a connection, but, I'm still free. I still have the freedom to choose what I want. And, I'm not worried about it, because it's a connection. It's a union. It feels good. I'm balanced. I would like to balance with this person, see if we can get on the same page. And if we can't, that's redirection and we go somewhere else. And that's okay. It could be that person that comes with me. It may not be. And that's okay. Just being able to talk yourself up to better vibration sometimes about things is all you need to do. Talk to your damn self. That's all you need to do. Okay? You can be defensive and you can be angry and you can be shitty, but I'm going to tell you, soulmates and twin flames vibrate on a higher level. We're here to be teachers. We're here to be guides. We're here to be healers. So that's why I said these readings are not for everybody. But if you're attracted to it and you coming in here, maybe you need a message. What's up, Tina? So, not everybody's going to vibrate on this level, but this is where you get most of my coaching right here. So there's this redirection. It's not rejection. Okay? The only person that rejects you is you. If you want to feel rejected, that's your choice. You have a choice between feeling good and feeling rejected. Does it hurt sometimes? Yeah. But being able to flip that script and say, you know what? I'm not rejected. I didn't get rejected. I have choices. I get to choose how I want to feel. I can either be defensive and be angry, but you know what? I attracted that shit to me because it's my vibration that attracted that person to me, or that experience with that person to me. I am the controller of my universal movie. My thoughts, my actions, and my feelings are the vibration. I control what happens to me. I control what I want and desire to a degree. The universe makes it happen. But if I've got something underlying, some fears, some limiting beliefs, or some insecurities, oh, you best damn believe the universe is going to show that to me through a person that is closest to me. Okay? So that's the lesson. That's part of the lesson right there. Let's move into it's being able to flip that script. And you're the one that's feeling rejected. Okay, you can sit there and feel rejected all you want to. I'm sorry. I thought somebody was pulling up in my yard. No. You can sit there and feel rejected and be angry and pissed off. You can. Those are lower vibrational energies, but you are human. You have every right to feel how you want to feel. But this is the vibration that gets you the things you truly desire and want in life. Okay? That's what gets the returns. That's what also gets your unions, your connections, your equal give and take relationships, your relationships that are going to be emotionally reciprocating. That's what we want, most of us. Okay? It's called the law of attraction. You start working with the universal laws, it'll change your fucking life. I'm telling you, it will. For the better. It really, truly will. So a lot of my people have dealt with these traumas and these burdens in life, and you're learning how to shed this skin, how to see things from a better light, understanding that you have a choice in life. You can either continue to be in traumatic relationships, or you can shift and start expecting better relationships. That's the hardest part. It's the hardest part sometimes for me, for myself. It took me years of working with the universal laws, years of working on my PTSD, releasing PTSD, a lot of stuff. But it was my spiritual path, my spiritual journey. And now I'm here doing this. Doesn't mean that I stop my understanding and my learning and my growth. It just means that I'm able to take what I've learned thus far and turn it into something that can teach others. Okay? Some people need some assistance in this world. Please, Fred, help them out. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Some people just have problems, and I can't help everybody. But you do it, Fred. Okay? Fred knows what that message was about. Fred knows who needed that message. So it's really difficult sometimes where it took me a couple years to actually figure out, I get to choose. Hold on a second. This person that's coming my way, I don't have to be in a relationship with them just because they're coming my way. Okay. That doesn't mean that they're meant to be because they're showing up. No, that means that you get to choose. Like, okay, you're giving me an opportunity. This isn't meant to be. It's I manifested this shit. I'm manifesting everything that shows up in my life, from the people, the experiences, the thoughts, the feelings, every single thing. You're manifesting it by how you think, by the insecurities, by the deep fears that you have, by the shit that's subconscious and the limiting beliefs, things that you were taught. You don't even realize it. That's why manifesting is so cray-cray. When you actually get control of it and you figure out how to do it and you get your head around it, it's easy. And then it starts becoming fucking fun because you're just like, okay, this is an opportunity. Okay. This person is an opportunity. I get to choose whether or not I want this. I get to choose whether or not I want to continue to do this. I get to choose how I want this to look, but I'm gaining information. I'm gaining it. Okay? I get another opportunity. I get to hang out with a friend, or I get to talk to this person while I'm shopping, or everything is an opportunity that the universe is giving to you. Just start seeing those things as things you're attracting and allowing into your life. Whether they're good or whether they're bad, you are allowing it. Whether you want to believe that or get pissed off at me, go right ahead. But how can I let this trauma and this person, because guess what? You have an opportunity to say, I'm out of here. Oh, but they're abusive and you have resources all around you. You just have to have the balls to know that there are resources out there and be courageous enough to stand up for yourself. You're not weak. You're only weak if you think you're weak. You're only weak if you think you're weak. Nobody controls you. You allow people to control you. I know. I've been there. So saying it is like, fuck, that's tough. Yeah, it is. It is. But when you finally boss up and you get control over the fact that no one has control over you. I mean, if you're a child and you're, whatever, but you have control of everything. You have a choice in everything. A lot of people are not taught. That we have choices. You get to choose whether or not and I tell my oldest this all the time, like, dude, you get to choose this life. You get to choose the things in this life. You can either be upset and negative about it, and that's okay if you don't feel good. You don't have to be all high vibration all the time and happy and all that shit. But you can expect better. Stop thinking that everything is going to be a shit show, or that everything is going to be a fucking negative, and something negative, or you're going to be rejected, or everything is so negative. Stop it, because that's the problem. That's the problem for most of the people in the friggin' world. that negative thing, it's going to happen again. You know what? The past is the past. Cut ties with it. That shit happened and you experienced that stuff, so the universe knows that you don't want to experience that stuff again. If you can be more high vibrational, be happy about shit, and be appreciative for the things and the experiences, you'll see a lot more coming in that you actually want to see. It is hard. So it is hard for people who aren't taught that they have a voice, who are held down and repressed, and who do go through a lot of traumas from birth to adulthood and on. So having those choices, it's really like, oh my gosh, I get to choose. I get to choose where I want to live. I get to choose to earn more money. I get to choose to work for someone or work for myself. Oh my gosh, it's overwhelming. Okay. But it's part of your journey. It's part of your spiritual path, and it's part of your healing and ascension. Okay. It ain't always easy. It is a climb. But bitch, when you get to the top of Everest, I guarantee you will be the happiest person alive, because not a whole hell of a lot of people make it to the top. Not a whole hell of a lot of people make it to the top of the canopy. And living in the top of the canopy means that you're going to have friends and family and shit that just don't stick around. Because as you ascend and as your vibe rises, those negative energies, the people that can't hang with you, you're going to be kind of lonely sometimes. Okay? So it's very important for you to be happy and independent and free, and be able to know what makes you happy. And if you're not feeling great one day, who you can call that is in a high vibrational friendship with you to help pick you up, or what experiences and what things in life you can go and enjoy by yourself that will raise your vibration. A lot of people just sit and mourn, sit and grieve, they sit inside of that 5 of Cups. That's why I tell you, get out of the swamp, because you're sitting in the swamp. You don't want to sit in the swamp too long, because number 1, you're going to start to smell. Number 2, leeches. Leeches don't just happen on your skin. They happen in your life. When you are in a negative sense, when you are in a negative vibration, leeches will attract to you. Like moth to a flame. They will come for you. They will give you all the words. They will tell you all of the things. They will do all the right stuff. And then guess what? When you start feeling a little bit better because you depend on that person to make you happy, you start feeling better a little bit, and then shit starts going south because your vibration is rising higher. There's still shit shows, okay? But your energy is going to drop because you're insecure. Like, what is this person doing? Why isn't this person showing up for me? Why is it? Because that redirection is going this way because you're rising higher. However, you're still attached to this person, and you're thinking that that's the end all be all. It's the only person that will ever love you, whatever. Damn, Fred's preaching today. Your energy drops right the fuck back down. You sit in that 5 of Cups, you're going to attract more people like that. My twin flames and my soulmates, we do it too. We're not perfect. We're all human. But if you have a purpose, and a lot of you are on a spiritual path, a lot of you are healers. And that doesn't mean that you're on YouTube doing it. You could be working in healthcare. Healer could just simply be that, maybe you're a Reiki master, but it doesn't mean that you have to be doing it for money. Sometimes this is caregiving. Are you the one that everybody calls? The one that people go to for help and assistance, or, who depends on you? A lot of times it is just being that person that nurtures other people, that picks them up. Are you the person in your friendship circle that always has something good to say about somebody? You can see the best in them, and you help give them a brighter day. You help get them back on track when they're not feeling good. You're the one that can go, you know what, buck up, because at least you're walking today. There's 20 other people in this area that can't get out of bed. At least you're walking. At least you have the ability to earn money. Get the fuck up and go get a fucking job. Okay? That is nurturing, because you're actually motivating and you're actually inspiring people. You may do it a little I have less tact than that, but that's my tact, but you may have more tact than me. It doesn't mean that I care less about somebody. It just means that I am a little more fierce and bold when I have something to say to somebody and I can see their potential and I know that it's possible and I'm looking right at them. I'm going to tell them this. Oh, no. You're in a 5 of Cups and you're feeling down on yourself, and that's fine. But sometimes we need a little bit of fire lit under our ass to get ourselves moving. Motivation. I'm a motivator. I am your biggest cheerleader and I am your biggest motivator. I promise you. It may come across as tough sometimes, but in order to get these connections and in order to live a better life and in order to raise our vibrations, because I'm telling you, the honest truth here is some of my twin flames and my soulmates need to hear this, that when we're out here begging for a soulmate and we're begging for a twin flame and we're romanticizing the union, you are the first person that needs to love yourself the most and to detach from the need of other people. Because the majority of you attach yourselves and your happiness to another person. A lot of you have done it from childhood. Some of you, it could have been a traumatic situation or something, but it's almost as if you have to have that other person to feel whole and complete. You have to have another person in your life to feel whole and complete, and it's almost scary to you to be independent, single, and free. It scares the shit out of a lot of people. But I'm going to tell you, when you start loving yourself and you come into union with your true inner being and who you truly are, it is so powerful because it's really, really enjoyable being by yourself, knowing that you can create and manifest anything, knowing that you are free to do what you want, free to choose what you want, and to manifest whatever the fuck you want when you want it. It's very empowering. And when you are able to be by yourself, all alone, with no one else, and you're happy with that, you're good. It's really difficult sometimes when the universe brings people near you. It's like, oh, yes, I do want love, but maybe not every day. Maybe like once a week. You enjoy your freedom and your independence, and it's really difficult to be around other people sometimes, okay? It goes the opposite way. So there has to be a happy medium, a happy balance, and that's kind of what you're trying to do. Excuse me. All right, I see you successfully moving forward here. There is some sort of success and forward movement. What is this success? Coming out of lack mentality, babies. Oh, yeah. Celebrating. Definitely something to celebrate. Some of you, this could be involving work. Maybe it's just been a long-ass time since you worked. I told you, a lot of people, it is work. You're focusing on your own work. But I'm going to tell you, when you start being noticed or being seen or getting seen and getting the accolades and the awards for the things that you do and the work that you do, kudos for you. Because this is when you start feeling successful, when you start seeing those manifestations, and when your unions start coming together and moving forward successfully, oh, it's definitely something to celebrate. And again, there is reunion possible for some of you. Some of you, it may be dating, starting to date, meeting new people, but it is time to celebrate, events to celebrate. And I'm going to tell you, when you release that lack mentality, when you get out of that need or to have something or someone, and your energy starts to shift, that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Absolutely. Seeing the things, starting to invest, seeing some investments. So your investments are starting to pay off. This could be financially in the 3D for some of you, things that are tangible. So this is, you know what I love? There's not a whole hell of, there's just a few major arcana here, and they're almost all about, sudden change, epiphanies, and healing here. It's beautiful. And then the rest is all in the 3D. So some of you are reuniting. You're coming together. And then others of you, it's possible within the next 3 months, but some of you are leaving a soulmate or a twin flame behind, because we all have free will. We don't have to, go along for the journey. But the things that you've invested your time into, You know, that you're finding things to invest in now. Investing more in yourself is very important. And coming out of this lack mentality, you're getting yourselves out of those swamps. Okay? Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see what else Fred might have for you. Yes. Thank you. That's a very tricky deck to hold on to. All right. Let's clean this up. I love that because you are moving forward successfully, slow and easily, getting rewarded because you've invested in yourself, invested in your manifestations, invested in your healing. I love that. Oh my gosh, Mary. Oh my gosh. It would be you. You naughty, naughty thing, you. Oh, man. All right. I'm still thinking it's morning time and it's almost 2 o'clock. What? All right. Let's look at divine masculine, divine masculine, divine feminine, and the energies together for the next month. Boy, I tell you what, somebody confused here? Divine masculine. Got some confusion going on here. That's okay. We all get confused. Divine feminine. Shh. Oh my gosh. All right. So a lot of you, there's an imbalance in the twin flame collective. For my twin flames, there's an imbalance. There's a vibrational thing. It's vibrational fuckery. No, seriously though, divine. I like that there is three. There's threes in the heart space. So that is growth. Okay. That is growth and understanding or cooperating with the universe. The divine feminine is saying to me in my heart space, Feather, I'm ready for renewal. I'm ready for rebuilding. I'm ready for something solid and something solid and something that's, union to work as a team to rebuild or to build strongly, a strong foundation where we're both teammates here. We're both working together for this. Okay. Divine masculine's heart space is saying, I'm interested in cooperating. I'm waiting to see what the next steps are. I'm not really sure I'm ready to get into these emotions of this. I'm not really sure what is going to be involved in this, but I'm willing to take passionate action towards those next steps. Okay. Then we move down to the soul space, and soul space, your soul is 100. Your soul is always amazing and on point. So in the soul space, divine feminine is ready for union, has leveled up to the connection or is leveling up to the space where I'm ready for reuniting. I'm ready for stability. I'm ready for that. Your divine feminine is keeping with the stability thing here. Divine masculine is a little imbalanced. Like I'm not really sure here. I'm confused on an emotional level. I'm a little confused as to what to do here. What's the next steps? Possibly it's all involving emotions. What is my choice? Not who is my choice. What is my next step? It could be who, but where do I go from here? I'm here. I've made the choice to be here. Now what happens next? Okay. And between the both of you in the heart space, there is a deep silence or a deep sense of healing. So some of you could be non-communicating, okay, but there is a very deep sense of introspection. Okay, your energies are saying we're thinking about this, we're taking our time to reflect and truly learn from our history or our pasts before we move into this any further. Divine Masculine's a little confused as to what the next step should be, or to even figure out whether or not they want, their emotions may be like, what do we do here? I got the ball. Where do I go, coach? Point me and tell me where I go. It's kind of like, what do I do here? Don't fumble the ball. Don't fumble the ball. Hold on to it. Tuck it and run. Just run in one direction. But this is, I do see that you are both energetically telling me that you're seeing things clearly, that you are putting the past in the past, and you are starting to see things clearly, see people for who they truly are. And that came out in the message earlier. See people for who they truly are, see the value in people. You're very straightforward, and you're seeing things from a very clear perspective. Okay? I like that. However, your souls know, your souls understand what's going on. Your 3D selves are fucked up. Here's the vibrational shift. You're both in the swords in the 3D. So this person is like, I don't know what to do. Which way do I go? Very indecisive, maybe not communicating very much if there is much communication. And that's Divine Masculine. Divine Feminine is like trying to overcome some anxiety, some sleepless nights, maybe having dreams that are keeping you awake, maybe stressed out a little bit, okay, in regards to union. Some of you may have put the Divine Masculine on pause and put them behind you as you are ready for something new, because this is new energy here. Okay. But in your energies together, you are reminiscing, you are thinking sweet thoughts about each other. Some of you are coming into reunion or union. Yes. You're recognizing the soul bond in the 3D. You both recognize that there is a connection, a pull towards one another. Okay. And this can say reconciliation, or at least a return to. But I recognize that there is a connection. Okay. I recognize there's a soul bond. I recognize that there is emotions here. And yes, you do share emotions. And some of you, you both are energetically, or you're telling me that you're remembering each other. You're thinking about each other. Okay. Three more cards. Where do we go from here? Advice. How is this advice? Okay, I got it. All right. So this is the advice for my twin flames and my soulmates. Defensiveness, being guarded, not being willing to be vulnerable, deceiving yourself, lying, masking, lying to others, manipulation, ghosting, that sort of thing. These are things you should be leaving behind. Okay. These are all negative traits. And what I tell you earlier in the reading, go back and watch that again if you need some more schooling, because this is the 8 of Cups. This is the stuff you need to leave in the past. This is people, and this is your own energy. Okay. You're going through a rebirth. I told you you're on a spiritual journey. Excuse me, hiccups. That's truth. You're on a spiritual journey. You know this, but you're going through a transformation. Okay. And it ain't always gonna be easy. But like, please, Fred, help me get through this easily. Help me release these demons and these anchors that have held me back. And these are all your ish, not someone else's. These are your ishes. These are your negative traits. Your thoughts, your insecurities. You're lying. You're lying to yourself about things. You're being defensive. Okay. This can be that, you're masking how you truly feel about somebody. This could be some sneaky ass ways that you got to get rid of. But some of you don't want to face the truth that you're truly hurt and wounded, and that's what's causing you to guard yourself and run away. Okay, this is something that needs to be addressed. Okay. Oh, that's how you get them equal gives and takes. And some of you, this is going to take some time. There's no reason to hurry or rush anything. Your spiritual journey is your spiritual journey. A lot of times we don't want to have to face it, but, make sure that you are focusing on yourself and dealing with your own ish. It's not about the other person. It isn't about the other person at all. The other person is a fucking added bonus. Okay? But when you get to the point where you're dealing with your shit and you're truly honest with yourself and honoring yourself, loving, honoring, and respecting yourself, that's when you attract those people that love, honor, and respect you. That's words. That's the words. That's what I got from my twin flames and my soulmates. I hope you got a message today. Them's words, them's the messages, and I am out of here. I'm exhausted, you guys. I love you all. Until next time, namaste.